Good Sunday morning from Bangkok. It's Saturday night in the East Coast of America, and I am so happy that you guys are here with me. I'm going to go over to my YouTube channel real quick and mute um, the video over there so we won't have any feedback. And today we are going to cover a very unique, and well, it's not so much unique, but it's talked about a lot. And that is overcoming the language barrier as an expat in Thailand or abroad. That abroad just simply means in any other country. I'm going to talk about Thailand specifically and overcoming the language barrier here because that's what I have experience with. One second, guys. Got to mute the YouTube channel. All right, YouTube channel is muted. And good morning, Frank. Good morning, John. Good morning, Steve. Big Boss. Good morning, and David. Good morning. My brother Dave from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Cool. And there is Mr. Jim Pell in the house. Good to see you, Jim. The link is at the top of the chat in case anybody wants to join. There is Cody, and perhaps Cody can add something to this. Hello, Mr. Cody. Well, first, hello, Prep for It. Hello, Expo. Shout out to Kev, of course. Robert, good morning. Derek C, what's up, dude? And Robert Mack. I'm glad you guys all can make it. All right, Cody, what you got?
Hey, I want to see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Here, all right. That's all. The problem I was having before was the case I had on my phone covered up the mic, so that was the problem.
Well, there you go. That's a real good reason to not have a problem today.
Right.
So I'm hoping that your guest can come on at some point because I decided to do this overcoming the language barrier thing.
Yeah, perfect. We'll see if her name is Quan. Y'all look up Quan Du Quan, and she has a channel, and she started after meeting Cheap Charlie, and has a really like kind of small channel, like 900 subscribers, 1,000. And I messaged her about an hour ago. She said she'll do her best to come on, so we'll see.
Well, good. I hope she does, and I hope she gives us some insight to overcoming the language barrier. Because what I want to do right now is share with you guys like some best practices, right? That I have found in overcoming the language barrier. And number one is this: prepare before you come. I know that sounds like, duh, Jeremy, why wouldn't we prepare before we come? Well, a lot of people don't. I didn't. And it was a huge, huge, huge mistake. So I can tell you from my own experience, learn some basic Thai sentences, phrases, or just some basic Thai words that can get you by. Like whatever kind of food you like to eat the most, make sure you know what it's called and how you can say it in Thai. Um, Basic directions, left, right, straight. You're going to need stuff like that to tell your cab driver when you get here, or your grab driver, or whoever may be your source of transportation. So that would be all, in my opinion, that would be all good starting practices um, with the language barrier. Myself, Cody, have you haven't been here yet, have you, or have you?
Uh,
No.
I've been on streams, I think once or twice, but I just my phone. I finally got it kind of set up to where I can, not have the phone falling.
No, that's
And
not.
you never hear
I meant that you've never been to Thai. You haven't been to Thailand, have you, or have you?
zero, none.
No. Okay, so but you talk to people that are Thai, yes?
Yes, many,
Yeah.
many, many.
Mm-hmm. Mike, many. Um, and there are, in my humble opinion, uh, ways to uh, minimize the language barrier. So if you're coming over and you don't have any language barrier or language skills at all as far as speaking Thai, one of the things I would recommend is don't move out into the boonies, right? Don't move out into rural Thailand because out there you're going to find people who speak absolutely no English to only a few words. Uh, in most cases, there's always the exception to the rule, but in the vast majority of cases, that's what's going to happen. If you're going to move out somewhere like that, you're going to have a hard time if you really want to learn the language. Secondly, it's extremely important, I would think, to move closer to a tourist area first, such as Bangkok or Pattaya, 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 whatever you want to call it, or Phuket, Chiang Mai. These are all places that you can move to where there's going to be a lot of Thais that speak moderate to completely fluent English. And the reason is because they have a lot of tourists coming over. So in many of the businesses there, you almost have to speak a certain level of English in order to be employed. Roger, what's up, Roger? Good to see you, bud. Thank you for dropping by. Derek says, I have a friend that goes everywhere, or that goes every fall. He leads me to believe Thai is a very difficult language to learn. It is. Not like Spanish, nope, because it's not a Latin language. That if you know French, it's very easy to pick up. Yeah, so it's like Spanish, French, Italian, those are all Latin-based languages. So if you know one, you can kind of pick up the other, right? I say that from, and Portuguese is too. I say that taking 7 semesters of Spanish and 2 semesters of Portuguese in college. So they kind of intertwine somewhat, but Thai is not. Thai is a tonal language, and it's a character-based language as well. So it's not completely character-based like Mandarin or something like that, but there is a lot of tonal differences in Thai, and it's a hard language to learn how to speak. Believe me, I've been trying. Robert says need to get coded to Thailand. Yes, need to get coded to Thailand for sure. Sam A says overcoming the language barrier equals learn the language. I mean, well, yeah, that's what I was getting to. If you read in the description, dummy, it says it is our job to learn the language of the Thais, not the job of the Thais to learn English. I wonder if somebody swatted that before I had a chance. Nope. But of course, you probably didn't feel like taking that much time, Sam. It's okay. Prep for it says, great advice. When I spoke the few Thai words, I know the locals find it very respectful, and they will, and they do. They definitely will, and they definitely do. And they will be much more willing to work with you if you at least try. Alan says, if I arrive in Bangkok after 10 p.m., it just says SHO. I don't know what that means. Expo says Romanian is also a Romance language. Well, I would assume so. It's in that Latin field. I don't know anything about Romanian, but it has to be a Latin-based language, I would think. Roger says need to get Roger to Thailand. Yeah, that's right, Roger. Definitely need to get you to Thailand. looking forward to getting you to Thailand. And then Alan says, if I arrive in Bangkok after 10 p.m., can I still get to Pattaya, or should I just spend the night in Bangkok? Personally, I would spend the night in Bangkok, but it's only like a 2 hour ride, hour and a half ride from the airport, somewhere between there, depending on traffic. Up to you, man. But I would spend the night in Bangkok. I would just go straight to my hotel or find a hotel near the airport, take my stuff in there, set it down, take a shower, and go to bed. That's what I would do. And then get up the next day and get you a grab car or a taxi. Most hotels will call taxis for you. And most of the cab drivers in Bangkok are going to speak enough English so that you can talk to them. But it's not a bad idea. Before I went to Peru in 2014, I made this little these little cards that had, you know, everyday phrases on them that you might need, like can you take me, and then you tell them where, you know, and all these other little phrases on them. There was about 3 cards that were laminated there, and I used those because I could speak a little bit of Spanish, but this was in my second semester of Spanish, so I could speak a little bit and kind of understand, but it was very helpful to have that card next to me for sure. Let's see. Robert says, need to get me back to Thailand. Absolutely. Everybody needs to come back, man. Pickball says, spend the night in Bangkok. I agree. Steve says, been all over Asia, and English in Bangkok is much stronger than any other Asian megacity. I'll take your word for it, because English in Bangkok is, that's one reason I like being here, because I don't have to quite stress over learning the language quite as much. But there are still people here that don't know any English, and that's fine, because it's our job to learn their language, not their job to learn ours. Remember, we're guests in the country. And also, I want to mention this. The Pattaya news last night. Let me read this to you, because this really kind of broke my heart in a way. It says, Pattaya police arrest 13 foreigners found drinking and having a pool party at a hotel resort. Now, I'm not going to tell you which hotel or who it was. It doesn't tell you the names of them, but that article goes on to say they were with a couple Thais and they got caught outside of there. Now listen to me, and listen to me good, expats, because I mean this, and you really have to think about this before you will understand it. If you go to another country, you have to pretend like every person you see in that country has never seen an expat, has never seen a foreigner. So what I'm saying is, you set the bar for what an American expat is, or an Australian expat, or a British expat, or a German expat, because whatever you do is what they're going to think about light-skinned expats, period. And going and setting bad examples, breaking laws in the countries, is just stupid. It's stupid. And not to mention, it hurts all of the expat community, because we all get a bad rap because we got a few loose cannons out there. It happened when I was in the Philippines, and I see it happening here in Thailand. There's no reason not to follow law. The prime minister set out or placed an emergency decree for a good reason. And that good reason is to make sure that everybody stays safe. Everybody stays safe. And the foreigners went, they got caught at this hotel. It's just dumb, guys. It's just dumb. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't, because it bleeds off. It bleeds a certain stain onto all expats. Soy Dog Cowboy, I hadn't seen you in a while. Been learning Thai for a few years. Been fun. A Thai love too. Well, I'm gonna make a cowboy. I'm gonna make a cowboy video on that. Hike, are you back there in the studio? Hey, go Mike. Good to see you, brother. Glad you are here. I'll keep checking back and forth in the back if you want to come. I think Cody's camera just froze up completely. And either that or he got up, one of the two. I don't know. Not sure what happened. We're covering the language barrier and ways to overcome it. I'm going to tell you that one of the best ways to overcome it is to surround yourself with the culture and the people of Thailand, because they will make sure that you learn some Thai. Like, they will make sure, they will tell you, they will point to certain items and say, hey, this is this, this is this, and they will make sure that you say it correctly. Because like Spanish and Portuguese and many other languages, there are certain ways you respond as a male, or there are certain ways you respond as a female when you reply to these when you're speaking in Thai in general. Derek C says the laminated cards are a good idea. I'll try it, but I'm sure to the Thais I'll sound like an animal off the Muppets when I'm reading it off. LOL. Well, what you do is you get the words in Thai, and then you get an English sound out of the word. So, not the exact spelling of the word in English, but what the syllable separated and what the word sounds like. So if it's soy, right? Street. So you wouldn't put street, you would just put soy on your card, and then you would put I would put soy sauce, in parentheses, and that way I would know that that's how I pronounce soy. There are many other examples. Ike says, yeah, I was going to try to get some sleep early tonight. Why do you need sleep, man? I'm just kidding.
Excuse me, Ike. Ike, come on, man. Go ahead. Ike's. Ike, come on. He's good.
We'll see if he wants to. Alan says, if I am staying for about a month, should I buy a health insurance policy, or would my American policy be sufficient? The only American policies I'm aware of that are sufficient are certain Blue Cross Blue Shield insurances. Otherwise, get some type of travel insurance. Unless you have pre-existing conditions, then you could probably get. There's still insurances out there that'll take you. But you want to make sure you're covered when you come over here, because the last thing you want to do, and I think they've even put a requirement now on Thai. It's like an emergency insurance. It's pretty cheap, but it's good for the 30 days, and I think you have to purchase that when you come over now. If you want to find out for sure, go to ThaiVisa.com. And they will tell you, or call integritylegal.com. Good lawyer group here, for sure. What else we got? 10 minutes says, all a person really needs is 25 basic phrases. Know how to count and smile. They will know you are trying. They will help you. That's a good point. Pickball says money overcomes the language barrier. It can. 10 minutes says just say cop and chai with a falling tone all the time and you're fine. Yeah. I guess that would work. Ramjet, what's up, man? We haven't seen you in forever and ever and ever. Good to see you, bro. Real good to see you, man. And I appreciate you coming on stream. Mike says, "Hi, sir," and I will say back to you, "Hi, sir." There's Ross. Learn to say thank you, how much, and where's the bathroom. There you go. That's veteran information right there, guys. Veteran information. If you like the stream, then I would encourage you to hit the thumbs up button, and well, Jim was in the background there for a second, and I was going to bring him on, but we'll see if he comes back.
How many do we have on there? Jay?
We only got, you talking about people watching? Yeah, we only got like 27 people watching. I didn't expect for this to be like a big live stream or anything. I just wanted to keep throwing it at YouTube because YouTube is taking 24 hours to process my live streams. So that means I'm not getting any monetization on the first 24 hours of viewing, which is when most people watch it. Roger says, Hong Nam Tina. I hope I said that right. Most important, he says. 720p goat soup. What's Thai for? Where's the bathroom? I don't know. You have to ask Ross. Ross says in the house for 35 minutes. Mike says, do you have any good hotels in Pattaya? Yep. Just go to my playlist on this channel and go to the hotel reviews. It may say Pattaya hotel reviews, I think, or hotel reviews in Thailand. One of those two. And you can look, and there's plenty on there, good ones that you can stay at. Go more height and not spicy is a good phrase to learn. Yes, my pit. That is a good phrase. Jim, you ready to come on?
Come on, Jim. Jim.
He's just sitting there. Thumbs up. Okay. Here comes Jim.
Yeah, sounds good.
Come on, Jim.
Mute your YouTube, Jim. Ross is answering the question.
Okay, is that muted? I mean, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you perfect now. Let's see. Not spicy. Didn't annoy. I say my pit, and they know what I'm talking about. Alan says, finally found a reputable retailer for my stay, but had to cancel because of. Let me read the comments from YouTube. I think they'll be better. For the stuff going around and rebooked for 2021. Roger says, LOL, I have the hardest time remembering to say crop. Just doesn't feel natural. I know. Little spicy. Yes, Ross is saying that. Derek C says, dumb question. What does it mean when you say YouTube monetizes your streams? They advertise on it and pay you. Yes. Very small percentage. Going right says Tampa Bay in the house, and Robert says hello, Jim Bell. Jim, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Jim,
yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I just wanted to make sure you were there.
Yes, I can. For me, yes.
All right, let me read it. Let me read one more comment, and I'll give the floor.
I don't know why it's.
Ball Around the World says, I ordered it Thai style. Only one dish was too hot. If you go off of YouTube and stay in the StreamYard, it'll be in time, Jim. 10 Minutes says, I speak a little Thai and German. It's fun while drinking to mix the two up. I bet it is. Wonder if you get any. Wonder if you get any good reactions out of that. That's funny, man. I can't. Jim, what's up? Talk to us. Okay, Jim's not talking to us.
Well, what about
There he is.
last night, the 5 for 5? How did that do for us?
5 for 5 did great, man.
I'm sorry?
5 for 5 did great. That was a really good challenge that you put out, and we came up with about that. I think it was $95, something like that, which is a great day for a YouTuber like me, for sure. Hello, Mike. Ball Around the World says I'm good at character, so that helps. That's true. Ross says 10 minutes. That is a fun thing to do. My wife makes Thai and English as part of our regular conversations. Interesting. All right. Jimbo, what you got?
Go ahead and talk for just one more minute. I'm right in the middle of something, and then we'll get it started.
10-4. 10 minutes says, serious question. 200K or so are stuck in Thailand. How many are on the streets? In Bangkok, not many. I haven't seen many at all. So I'm not sure. I don't want to tell you the answer to the question and it'd be the wrong answer. I have no idea. Ross says mixing the two languages is a great way to learn to speak Thai organically. That makes sense. Roger says sounds better than fish gut soup. That's for sure. But the thing, I just want like expats to remember you're representing the whole brand of expat when you come to these countries, especially if you go to smaller countries that really don't get a lot of expats. You kind of got to be you kind of got to be up on you. I mean, you have to be the best version of yourself. He says so. They aren't kidding. They aren't kicking people out of hotels. I'm sure some might be broke. They're letting them stay if they were already booked. Ross says last night around my place, 4 people got arrested for drinking and being out after 10. 100,000 baht fine, 3 months in jail. We read a story in Pattaya where there were 13 expats. Pattaya. There were 13 foreigners arrested for the exact same thing, and go figure. All right, there's Jim with his $5 contribution, and he says 5 for 5 back tonight. Same rules for challenge, no limit. So, Jim, you want to explain to everybody what the rules are? Since it's your challenge? He's got a delay.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, you can hear me okay now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do I have a delay?
I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so the 5 for 5. Okay, so the 5 for 5, I put the first $5 in. You get 5 more people to match that $5. I throw another 5 in, no limit. If one person puts in 25, I'll throw another 5 again. Every time you get $25, I'll throw another 5. I don't care how many people does it tonight. I wish everybody would do it. Let's support the channel tonight, and let's have a good night tonight. Last night was okay, but I thought it was a little slow. I don't think we had that many people in the house, but hey, let's get it going tonight. I'm going to be listening to you guys, and I'll be butting in every now and then, trying to get everybody to throw the visions in for DoMoreLife channel.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know, Ross. Jim's watching the YouTube stream and not
Stuck, can you
StreamYard.
throw the PayPal link up, please?
Is Stuck in Florida in here? I hadn't seen him. I have not seen him.
Okay, what do I need to change?
You need to get into you need to have the StreamYard tab open. Right now you're watching it on my YouTube channel,
I thought
right?
I did. How do I do that?
The invite will bring you into the back of the back. They're stuck in Florida. Hey, Stuck, good to see you. Ross says Stuck watching the yeah.
Because you're in the show.
Yeah, but when my mouth moves, is it at the? Do you hear the words at the same time? Stuck says can't post on my phone. Sorry. That's all right. Somebody will. Go More Heights got it. He's on top of it. Okay, Jim dropped out. He'll probably drop back in, I'm sure. Stuck's good to see you, man, and thank you for dropping by. Steve says Succumbit Soy 15 English, no problem. Succumbit Soy 103, big problem. That's a good point. I like that. Hike says I've always wanted to go to Rome. That would be awesome. Me too, man. Not right now though, but at another time that would be awesome. Steve says the higher the soy of succumbent, the less likely you'll be able to communicate effectively in English. That's a good point. Hike says first time for everything, and Stuck is on the ball. Or Go More Hike is on the ball. Yeah.
The eye candy.
I'm trying to wait on to see if Jim's coming back or if Jim says put the link back up, Jeremy. Yes, sir. Okay, there you go. Link is up. I don't want this to get to Bearborn live chat, so
Is up?
all right. I'm going to keep talking because I was trying to give Jim. I thought Jim was coming back in the back room, but that's okay. No big deal. So, language barrier and problems that surround it. It's real easy to get over some of these things and to try. And John H says the Italian people are very welcoming, like the Thais. Rome was wonderful. I'd like to see the 16th chapel since they refurbished it. I guess I would too. Gilmore Hack says if you have a headphone jack on your phone or computer, I really like my old school headset. Yep, that'll work. Jim's using his name, Jim the E-Bagger now. I like that. That's funny. It's better to wear earbuds. I would agree on that one. Let's see here. Jim, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. No? I'm going to add you to the stream and see what happens.
Okay, what about now?
Now you're right on it. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, and it's on point. You know, I think it's because I was using my tablet, and it was off.
That could have something to do with it. I'm not sure. But either way, now you're in
figure,
here.
I've got to figure a way to get my phone to stay up so I can. If not, it'll fall over.
That's all right. Build yourself a little stand. Yeah, Cody had that problem too. BLWUK says if you want to self-study learning a language, I would recommend Pimsleur, audio-based, aimed at speaking and less on grammar. Cheers. I'll check that out. There's been several apps that I've used to be able to get around here. Gilmore Hack says, yeah, the Sistine Chapel and Florence. Oh, that sounds good. John says Florence is amazing. I bet it is, and I would love to go visit there. And with Italian being one of the Latin languages, it'd probably be I wouldn't say easy to pick up on, but I would probably be able to understand some of what they were saying. And that would be nice. That would be very, very nice. So, what do you guys have going on? We only got 30 people in the house.
Where's Gomore Hike at?
He's in here, but he don't want to come on. He's going to bed early.
Aw.
I know. Travel TV says, what's up, guys? Talking about speaking other languages. Google does everything. That's very true. It does do everything. I also have a app called Learn Thai, and it does about everything too. So, you can get around it without learning anything, but it's so much better to learn it for yourself, and you'll find that you get along, not get along with people, but you just get along better in general. And yeah, Stuck makes a good point. Google Translate can get you in trouble if you're not careful. It sure can, and it will. Absolutely. So, what do you two guys got to talk about? I got you on here to talk and I hadn't asked any questions. So, what's up, guys?
Go ahead, Cody.
Well, I spent most of the day doing history homework with my 12-year-old. It was China and Mongolia. We went to these big. Here they are. These big work beats, and that's what I'm doing now. Same time, the company I worked for that I went back to work for, I went from 40 hours a week to 20 hours a week. So by around Wednesday, I'm done. That's where come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm doing homework with kids, getting them caught up, and that's it. And,
wow.
I mean, before that, I was working for an oil company and making $1,000 a week and got laid off.
Right.
Just like I did for Weatherford for 20 years. And so, I mean, the money's, but like I said, I told all y'all I've saved for a long time. Put it back, and for a rainy day. And that's it. Now I'm cutting grass, and spent 20 hours a week, and at home doing homework with kids. That's it. That's all there is to do.
I hope your company was one of the companies that indulged in the small business loans that were given out, and we'll take advantage of that for purposes of you. Hang on one second. The chat says Sarah is excellent. I hope she succeeds. I don't know who Sarah is. Travel TV says, yeah, I pick up a few words. Stuck in Florida says, Roger McGee, I seen you on there today, but I got a phone call before I had a chance to say hello. Ross says, Cody, I've been cutting grass for 2 days. Yeah, Ross has got a lot of grass to cut. Travel TV says, I trust to learn. Google Translate does not help a lot. Yeah, it doesn't. And now Ross is very sunburned. So, Good thing you grew a little hair on top of your head, or you wore a hat, one of the two, Ross. So you're working 20 hours a week, Cody?
20. Is it?
Oh, Roger says Sarah is recording one of my songs in Thai. Ah, I see that. I see.
Jay, I'll have to say, where you talk about putting back money over about 20 years, I put back about 20-25% of what I'm working for big companies. When you cut grass, you can. So there you go. Basically, and my father always told me this, about 20%. Put it back just for when things go down.
Exactly. For shift.
Well, my problem has always been that, I've been in the real estate business for 23 years. I've been a realtor, and it's happened before. And then I get comfortable with the amount of houses that's selling, and you get used to, you think the money's not going to stop, or something like this is not going to happen ever. And I wasn't prepared for it. Plus, I had been off because of that wreck, and just got that straightened out. I was getting ready to get back in the real estate business. Plus, I was getting ready to open a store up here in Tampa, basically like a secondhand store to help like single moms. And it wasn't going to be a nonprofit, but I was just going to do it on my own. But anyway, this whole thing is just, I wasn't prepared for it. And I wish I would have been putting back 20-25% of my money I've been making, but I wasn't. You think it's not going to stop, and it does. But
it's easier when you for a corporation, because they actually kind of make you. And actually, now what I'm doing is I'm cutting grass for real estate. But the thing is to where I'm working 20 hours now, they have everybody that wants to come work for them. Come and mow all their properties, all the stuff they manage, own, blah blah blah.
Maybe you should try to create a landscaping business, Cody. If you got enough clientele and it makes enough money, if it doesn't, if it doesn't make enough money,
I do is 4 out of every 5 years in the oil field, it's great. Every 5 years the oil field goes, and this is where you like the barrel is down to $20, $24 a barrel. So every 4 out of every 5 years, I make 60 to 100,000 a year. Somewhere in that range.
Right. Good money.
That year, the oil field used to be 20, 30 years ago. It used to be every 10 years, 15 years, the oil field went. Well, now it's every about 4 or 5 years. That's because one reason or another. So I just deal with it every 1 year out of every 5. Then I go back into the oil field and I make my money. So, and then stick it back into my 401k. Stick it back.
Right. And that's a good move, man.
I mean, every 5 years. So that's where you also, every 5 years, the way the economy works now, you need to be able to do something else, whether it's mow grass or flip burgers, or be a teacher.
Yep.
Have a second job that you can do, like you. Real estate. What else can you do? Right.
You always got to have something to fall back on. I've always I've been in the real estate business for 23 years. I also run used car lots as well. I've always been in management, customer service of some type. But the car business is down right now. The real estate business is down. Everything's down right now. But you know what? I'm going to stay positive because I think it's coming back. Unfortunately, slowly. But I was just at a Toyota dealership yesterday and took a friend up there to help her get a car. And they was pretty packed out yesterday. They were selling a lot of cars. So I'm hoping that people are starting to get back out, and I'll be more prepared. I'll put it that way. And I think we all should. We get comfortable with our situation And I think this has opened our eyes. If anything good is going to come out of this, it's opened our eyes that we will be more prepared, and we're not dumb enough to think it can't happen to us.
I definitely agree, and to that point, I will say, you know, I had saved from some of the AdSense, and then all from contributions, enough to buy that new camera that would eliminate all of my blogging issues that I have, in terms of being able to produce quality vlogs, recording, and with the audio being stable, it would have done everything. But rather than using all that money, I held on to it, because I wanted to make sure I had enough cushion in there, so that if something happened, there would be, enough cushion to fall back on. Because out of my own salary and out of AdSense, I use as my salary, or I add it to my salary. It's a secondary source of income. It doesn't cost anybody anything, for AdSense. So it's a secondary source of income. The contributions are for traveling and therefore equipment, that kind of thing, to keep the channel up. But with the way that AdSense has plummeted, and it's not that my CPM is very low, it's that my views are down so much, and I'm not sure if that's a cause and effect of having so many live streams and not enough videos, or if it's cause and effect of just not doing the adequate research on SEO and that kind of thing. Channels that put, especially here in Thailand, and I've got a lot of video on Pattaya, and there's nothing wrong with making videos about Pattaya, but if you have a channel that deals directly with the girls, or you have a channel that has the girls on them, of course, fully dressed and that kind of thing, you're going to get tons more views than my videos, because I don't have any of that in my videos.
Wait a minute.
So,
are you saying having me and Cody on here is not good enough?
I'm saying you and Cody ain't sexy. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, wait a minute. I tried to bring on a hottie tonight, and she's not ready, but she will be.
Okay. Well, I wish I could get her on here. I'd love to talk to her, but
Yeah, no,
Ross.
Hey guys,
we'll see.
let's hang on a minute, guys. I haven't heard the PayPal bell go off. Has it not went off, Jeremy?
Nope.
Okay, guys, I threw the first $5 in there. Come on, match me up. Get 5 more people, and I'll throw another 5 in. We got how many people we have in here right now? 27 people.
Yeah.
I know 5 more 5s can come in. And Jeremy, I will say this too. You keep talking about what the money is used for. I know from my money that I send to the channel, that's for you to use for whatever. I don't care what it's for. You use that money for whatever you need it for. Everything will come back, so you can get back to what you normally would use it for. But if you need it for anything, you make sure you use it to make sure you're okay, because we're giving it to you to use for whatever you need it for.
I appreciate that, Jim. Very, very much. I appreciate that. John and Ross both have good comments there. And Ross is actually the person that introduced me to, like I was telling you guys yesterday, about how he was making me grow as an expat over here. He was the first person to introduce me to giving yourself a paycheck. And that paycheck was to go into, so you would make your, not spend first and then put what you have left over in savings, but to put whatever you wanted to in savings first and then spend the rest of that, what you have left, throughout the month. So he's basically saying, take a percentage of your saving or of your paycheck, put it in savings, and hold on to it no matter what. That's what he's saying. And that was a very good idea. And so John H is saying the same thing. Excellent advice, guys, from both of you. Travel TV says I'll send 5, and he did. I'll cover his name up. I don't know if he wants his name shown or not, but he certainly did send $5 there. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And always happy to have contributions to the channel. Really makes a big impact, because here's the thing, guys. If we appreciate you, Travel TV, very much. Here's the thing. If everything bounces back, okay, and my YouTube AdSense goes up to what it was averaging, right? Then I'm going to turn, because I've been taking such good care of the PayPal money. I'm going to have enough to go out that month and buy that camera. As soon as YouTube gets rolling again. And when that happens, then a lot of things are going to change, because I think I've been cutting myself short. What people don't know about me is I'm a lot better editor than you see in the videos, right? Because I do a lot of quick editing, because I just don't have time to do a lot of special effects, get other people's drone shots, or get their drone stock footage, download it, incorporate it, convert it, and then do these awesome transitions that you can do with certain things. I just don't have the time to put that stuff in the content right now. So I've got to find a way to be able to do that. And Roger McGee is the man. Roger McGee is the man for tonight. Let's see here. When it comes through, Roger McGee, I appreciate you, and love you, man, because that's a big one right there. 25.
That means I owe another 5. Never mind, guys. I have to go. I'll see you later.
I'm sure Jim will hit another 5.
I'm going there right now.
All right. Ross, stuck in Florida, says Ross and Rayon, when you make 25 to 30K a year, which is half of Americans, one thing goes wrong, like your car breaking down, you're broke. 100% stuck in Florida. When you live paycheck to paycheck, that's exactly what happens. Travel TV says editing takes a lot of time. It does. It takes an enormous amount of time, even if you're just piecing together clips. But I have all I'm saying is I have the ability to do a lot more than what I do. And there would be Mr. Jim's.
It should have just came through, Jeremy.
It did. That would be your matcher right there. $5.
All right.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
I'll keep my end up, guys. Keep it coming in.
Editing does take a long time, Travel TV, and it also takes the right software. So I spend about $80 a month, just US dollars, just on software, between Lightroom, Photoshop, and Adobe Premiere. And then I have a ton of presets and LUTs and all those things, plugins for Photoshop that I buy or I subscribe to, and they promote them every month, that kind of thing. Robert says, send me some work. I have time. I'm actually looking for somebody to, I want to outsource it. I don't want to do it myself because I don't have time. But I would actually take, if somebody would give me a reasonable deal, I would really like to have a 10-second or 15-second intro for this channel. That would be really nice, so that when I come on the channel, I can tell you what the video is going to be about, and then boom, we go to intro, 10-15 seconds, then I'm back and we're watching the vlog. And that's really something I'm striving to get. So if I have to, I'll go to Fiverr to get somebody to do it. I could easily do it myself, but I just simply don't have the time. Like, I'm going back to work tomorrow. So there's not going to be enough time for me to do those kind of things.
I think Robert.
That's
knows
right,
something
Robert.
like that, don't you?
Robert did say, yeah, he said he would. That's very, very true. Robert, message me on Facebook when this stream's over, and let me tell you what I'm looking for. And because you're right, you did say that, and I forgot about it. I forgot, and I know you would be happy to help, because you did say that, and that's very, very good. Ross says, stuck in Florida. That's why I started working for myself so long ago. It's something my dad taught me to control my own income potential. It's not easy to do. I was gifted with great computer skills. Yeah, Ross is good with computers. Robert says, I told you I would. Yep, he did, and I would greatly appreciate it too. Stuck says, timing and luck will outperform hard work every time, and many billionaires will back that up. You got a good point, Stuck. You got a good point. No, I didn't forget you, Robert. Because we were talking about websites, and this thing about having a good intro just popped into my head over the past couple of days because I've been watching and other people's channels, and almost everybody has an intro. And I would like some kind of automated slide that goes across the video somewhere in it where it shows how to click the subscribe button, hit the bell, and go up to all. I would like that to be incorporated. I think you have to do all this stuff in After Effects, and I don't use After Effects. So my logos and my stuff will be limited. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna log off. I want to talk to you guys. I know you got probably about 15, 20, 30 minutes left. And I want to talk to everybody that's chatting because I can't see it here now. So I'm going to log off, letting you know.
Okay, brother.
And I want to get in the chat. I want to chat with everybody. So
okay. Sounds good,
thanks,
man.
Jay,
appreciate you very much.
Thanks for letting me on.
Take care. Yes, sir. Take care, Cody.
See you, Cody.
You too.
See you, bud. All right. And with that, we'll follow up. Derek has made a $10 Canadian contribution. I'm not sure what that works out to in American dollars, but I can't hide. The way it comes through, I have to approve his money. And I don't want anybody to see his last name because he didn't put his last name out there. So if I hold up that right there, can you guys see the rest, the $10 on the email?
That's good
I'm
enough.
not sure.
That's good enough, Cody. We trust you. I mean, Jeremy.
I just don't want people to see his last name without his permission. That's all. Thank you, Derek. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, and thank you again.
So what does that equal? What we need? Another $15 roughly?
I don't know. We'll have to look at what the Canadian dollar is to the dollar in America. So just take me 1 second. So 1.4 one US dollar equals 1.4 Canadian dollars. So he sent 10. That would be 14, and PayPal will take 3% of that, so roughly $10. He sent 10, right?
Well, I done forgot now. Yeah, it was 10.
Yeah, he sent 10. I'm sorry, I'm doing this backwards.
So it's 14 US dollars though before PayPal.
Yeah, so about it's seven US dollars before PayPal, so it'd be about $5. About $5. Yep. So basically, he just did you another 5. Cody is
Come on,
now
guys. Let's get
streaming.
another 15 in so I can send another 5. Let's see how much we can do tonight with what few people we have in here. Jeremy, I was thinking, you know, everybody and their brother is doing live streams right now. They're wearing YouTube out with. That's probably why, you know, everything's slow for the last few days, you know.
I'm sure. And I'm confident that things will get back to normal. I wouldn't be. You have to understand something. Yeah, we did all the calculations and we took away for the PayPal, Derek. So I appreciate that very, very much. You have to understand that, like, no matter what happens to this channel, unless I strike it rich somewhere else, and even if I did, I would still do YouTube videos because I enjoy the process. But I'm not gonna stop doing these things, even if it feels like it's not working, even if the dollar value isn't there, because eventually, one day, it will come. I have no doubt, and I believe that. Stuck in Florida says, Ross, I have worked for myself or with a business partner for most of my life, but somebody has to work for me, and in order to be competitive, I can't pay but local scale, which sucks. Understand that. Understand that 100%. Travel TV says, I got to go to work in the morning. Take care. You too, bud. Thanks for the contribution. I really appreciate it, man. And looking forward to seeing you back. And so I haven't seen any of your Snapchats lately. They haven't been at the top of my Instagram. So I don't know if you're back in Southeast Asia or if you're in the States. But either way, or if you're going to bed, you're probably still in the States. So take care and come back to Asia as soon as you can, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, everybody hit that thumbs up button for Jeremy as well.
We love thumbs up because thumbs up makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Well, we got some haters in the house too. We already got 5 thumbs down. And we hadn't done nothing but talk about good stuff and give good advice. There's 6. Wow. 6 thumbs down. Bunch of haters in the house. Bunch of haters. We don't care.
If that's all they've got to do, I feel sorry for them.
100%. 100% agree. So that was just an overline outlook on the language barrier, kind of how I do it. That was kind of my thoughts on it. I'm going to make a couple videos probably today talking about some interesting topics that I think you guys will find much more interesting than the live streams. Although we have some good live streams, like I think. Hey, Jonathan, I think on it was Friday here, and we had, so it was Thursday night on the East Coast, and I think we had a good time.
That was a great one.
Yeah, we had a really good live stream. Stuck says I have to watch the beginning to see what everyone had to say. Yeah, it's good. Even this live stream, you know, we were talking about the language barrier and overcoming the language barrier and what kind of factors played into it. And I think we gave some good, pertinent, relevant information. So Roger says, when do you guess Thailand will open back up for tourists? Brother, I can't guess because I just don't know. I just don't know. I will tell you this. With everything I've been reading, I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. That's my opinion. I have nothing factual to back that up. But I'm just telling you, that's my opinion. That there will be more people ready, and I think Thailand will be ready for the influx of tourism that comes back. Roger says, Ross, when do you guess Thailand will open back up for tourists? Yeah, Ross is a good person to ask because his wife owns a resort. So that would be great for her. I'd be interested to see what he had to say, to be honest with you.
Hey, Jeremy, I'm going to click off here, get back into the chat. I'm going to let you close this down when you get ready to. But just everybody go dig in, send those contributions. I'll match them tonight. Every $25, I'll throw another 5 of mine in. Jeremy, thank you for everything you do for us. Enjoy the channel. Love the channel. We have a great family here. And guys, I'll see you next time.
We appreciate it, Jim. Take care, man. Okay, so it's just back to me, and that's all right too. I think the traveling that has evolved in general is around Thailand has slowed down quite a bit, and unfortunately, that doesn't have anything to do with the language barrier. That has to do with it. So we're going to leave it at that for the moment. And I think enough people have fallen off, and we've had a good live stream. I really appreciate you guys coming out. I really appreciate being able to see and engage the family on a Sunday morning for me and Saturday night for you guys. I've got a lot to do today to get ready to go back to work. So a shorter live stream, I say shorter, we've still been going an hour, but a shorter live stream is definitely not hurting my feelings. Stuck says, I hope they ease the requirements for people entering Thailand, or it's going to be very hard for people to go. That I can't say for sure, but I would think Jim says, I beg better here. That's funny. I would have to say that you're correct, Stuck. I would think that there would be an ease of restrictions. I would even think that there's going to be some tourist packages that are going to be put together that's going to blow people's minds sometime. Jim says he big. But you guys, on your way out the door, please hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate the contributions today from everyone. Thank you so much because every dollar goes a long way. And I just don't know what else to say. Just remember, this is the channel dedicated to travel, fun, photography, and education. And even if you're stuck in your house, please find a way to do more life. Love you guys. I mean it. And I'll see you soon.